Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today this is episode 30 of Create a Club. Not been the best of seasons so far. Lots of losses and lots of losses at home, which realistically speaking we're in relegation form. It's not been very good. Something that has happened throughout the turn of the episodes is I accidentally went forward a day, and in that day Um, Stuttgart made an offer, I think it was like 12 million for Mark Christensen. I have managed to get 17.5 million, and that has been accepted. Going forward on the side of recruitment, crazy. Um, Lots of players out of contract. I think I got my sights set way too high. I've scouted a lot of people. I'm having a look. I've offered players out for transfers. Let's see what happens. We've got Tottenham at home now, but this episode I think is going to be trying to get players out, then try and get a couple of maybe two players in. Um, Lots going in, lots happening here, as you can see. The one thing that I can say is that Wisdom Amy is still wanted, so if we can get anything around 50 million for him, I'm going to take it. Big name centre half coming in January. Cost us £55 million from Chelsea. That's a really good result. That's a really good start to the episode. 3-0 winners at Tottenham. Very well needed. Something you're now going to see is lots of scout reports. Now, on these scout reports, these are mainly players that are going to be out of contract. So it's just going to be a case of just seeing who, a lot of older heads as well. So we'll see what a lot of them come back with. I just want to see what they're like in their older age. Zaniolo, holy cow, out of contract. He looks mental. Tomiyasu looks fairly good. Nunez, the same. I am under no like transfer interest, none. I think there's going to be a lot of that if I'm going to be honest with you, and that's absolutely fine. I am expecting that, so there's nothing wrong with me at least trying. I can't see it in a lot of them. There's a few of them, they look really cracking and they would make a massive difference to the side. Some of them I haven't scouted, I haven't needed to because obviously the scouts have um, had a look at them beforehand. So, but we got a good 4 weeks before we have to worry about that. So that is one that I'm very, very interested in, and he is interested in us, which is massive. I would take him at a snap of a hand. Chiesa, no interest. Makers, not really that keen for us. Christensen is on his way out, and he's injured as well. So he hasn't been playing no football for us. He's probably fourth choice centre back, maybe even fifth. Jacob Keywa, 4 stars. Tamori, no interest, 4 stars. Renato Sanchez, 3 stars. Okay. Elba Rosa. He was someone I'd look. This is the guy I'm desperately looking to get into. Man City were keen on him, and so is Inter. So we got a lot of looking on that, but it's more of a case of what happens before the 30th of December or late on the 29th. There's lots of players there that I'm very, very interested in. Probably can't be said the same way at us, but we'll see what happens. Really good win against Tottenham last time out. Can we produce anything against Newcastle? No, we can't. And yet again, it's another 94th minute goal which downs us, which seems to be a common thing. I imagine my guy, as soon as he sees plus, and it's plus 4 minutes or more, he must have a heart attack, because it just seems to happen so regular. But I have to say, I have practically written this season off. So, Telles Magno, another one of my favourite players on here. Not overly keen on this thought, to be fair. He's good, but I don't think it's worth my time. Forest at home should be winning this type of game. Probably be a 1-1 draw, seems to be the norm. It's a 1-0 win. Morgan Rogers scoring, good for him. And we move up to 13th, and not that I really wanted to be looking here, but we are 9 points ahead of relegation. So that is something, and it's a big help to get results like that. This is just a case of getting that mid-table finish this season and looking ready into next season. And hopefully being able to nick some decent players. Okay, we've got another recruitment recommendation, which is James Taylor of Everton. And you can probably see why. He's wanted by some big clubs. Scottish international, scoring a goal a game, every other game. Doing really well in the Prem by the look of things. Okay, so how I will view him is if someone comes in with a mental bid for Santos, then he could be someone. If scouts are recommending them to me, you know, then it's something I definitely need to be looking at. Yeah, we are hopefully going to be making you an offer. Problem is, obviously, with some of these players, their wages could be astronomical to what we probably would want to be paying. I don't really want to be paying many of these players over 100 grand a week, which is more than likely going to be happening. But there are more players that I am looking to ship out of the club. Not so good with the youth intake. Right, we seem to be performing quite poorly against clubs right at the bottom of the pack. Let's hope that's not the case here. Bottom of the table, Swansea. I'd like to think we're going to get 3 points here. And we do. 3-0 up at half time, the game is done. And we find ourselves now in 12th position, coming up to halfway through the season. West Ham are still interested in Frazal. £190,000 per week. And when it comes to players and their wages, we actually pay 7 players. This guy here, one of my top earning players, is a substitute. He doesn't get anything more than that. He's just a substitute. So we need to really be looking to ship some of these players out that are just not doing the deal for me. And to be fair, there's probably a fair few of them, and there's some of them that are earning a load of not so much dough that are playing every week. So, right, I'm going to offer him out quite cheaply just to get, if I can get, I think I paid like 9 million quid for him. So if I can get my money back on him, 9.5, that's fine. And here we go. A couple of teams have gone in Monaco. If you can give me, you want me to pay some of his wages, right? If that's the case, 10 million quid. No. Cone. Has he got long left on his contract? Okay, he's got a year and a bit. Would just like to see the back of him, if I'm honest. I've got to pay a little bit of wages for him, so be it. That's my fault. I've already tried to get you a loan move. Nobody was keen. Oh, have we got some offers for him? I got him for nothing. Some clubs are coming in with wow. Okay. 9, 7. So we're gonna reject. No, do you know what? Let's accept all offers. Could be another player off the books. He didn't cost us anything, so if he goes, that money could be used on wages for incoming players, maybe on free deals. It's good to see Thiago making improvements, what we want. We want our players to get better and be taking them steps. Say Lehman's was always between 2.5 and 3, so if he's already at 3 stars now, which he appears to be there, that's nothing but a good sign. Look at Kane there at 4 stars, by the way. Could be a sly bit of business from us. 1-0 loss to Liverpool. Unlucky, really, to be fair. Certainly feel as though we're definitely good enough to be staying up and not even considering relegation, but you never know. It's just going to be interesting to have a look when the shortlist. Well, it might not be. Oh, there we go. Cortez is leaving and going to Cologne, which is fine with us. And I think probably the only other couple of players, Liam Delap has now been put over to us. 4-star striker. He's moved about a fair bit. I'm not sure on him. That's a big loss for our man Frazel. Hasn't really done much in the league this year in terms of goal scoring. Still been performing, but 2 goals is a poor return for a player of his quality. Voila is going to Monterrey. So we've definitely got. Has he actually gone now? He has. So when we have a look on the recruitment side, we are looking pretty good, and we are ready for a few days' time to possibly stick in some end of contract offers. I'm still pretty sure that I probably won't get some of them in, and that's hopefully fine in that respect. This is just going to be a case of me. If I've got one, that'll be a result. Yeah, Emery is back. That's exactly what we needed. We need him back. He's back straight in the starting lineup. Had the better of the game. We just couldn't take the chances. Lehman's is one game away from giving us an extra few quid in regards to appearances, which is absolutely fine. Pleased with that. And here comes the next part of where we can hopefully make some offers. A lot now depends on contracts. So, Jota was someone that I looked at, but Malo Gusto is the man I am very, very interested in. 150k a week, I completely understand that. Okay, I'm just pleased that I was able to offer something. I just think we are not even in the running compared to City and West Ham. Miguel Alexar, lots of potential. I think I'd be silly not to. £185,000 a week. Sheesh. Absolutely not. Jota, someone I've looked at for a bit of versatility. 125 grand a week. I can't guarantee you to be a star player for us. I'll give you 120. You're on a 1-year deal. And then this is a case of who's available here. I can now change that to 6 months. Thierry Rendell Correa. 125 a week, regular starter. I'm just pleased that some of these are just willing to even talk to us, to be completely honest with you. Sailor Makers, I don't think he was interested. Yeah, no, that's fine. We go on the old recommended. Gusto was the main man. Kiwior, I'm not too worried about there. Although 4 stars is good. Kim Min-jae. I'm taking him off my. I can't believe how much money he's on. Right, let's leave it at that for the moment. Let's just see what happens. And that is where everything has gone wrong. City are now going to take him. Happens all the time. And Rendell Correa has now been offered other deals as well. So transfer stories have been leaked. Betis have gone in for Jota as well. It might not be a good start. Gusto would have been amazing. But the Barcelona fullback would have been just as good, to be honest. Feeling as though we may not get any of them now. I may offer Wisdom Amy out now. Just because I think he's going to be the player that's going to fail to get in that back line now. May not even offer him out. Let's see what happens. Oh, Frazel is now proud to be linked with West Ham. Thierry Rendell Correa was the man I was looking at. Oh, look at this guy. Oh no, I completely misjudged that. No, thank you. Jude Bellingham. £77 million release clause. If you sign him, City, please leave Gusto to me. What have we done here? Club record deal. Unsure about selling him a useful depth option. Selling him made sense because he was pants, let's be honest. But this guy here, very important player, 4 stars. The reports on him are also only 4 stars, which bit of a shame, but when it comes to development, we want him to be our central defender because that's what we have got. No, wrong thing to do. Tactics, yeah. Hopefully he can make a big difference for us. So basically, our club two highest club record signings have both been centre halves. Away at West Ham, Maidana comes straight into the side. Not expecting nothing here. West Ham are going to be tough opposition. Oh my lord. What a great result that is for the club. Wow. We'll take that. Has he made that much of a difference at the back there? Maybe. Was there anyone else? It could be. Oh, what do you do? Right, let's just have a look based upon transfer value. And Cuckoo, a little bit older now. Milan and Sevilla. Bruno Guimaraes. I swear I tried to scout him. Koopmeiners. I think he's meant to be really handy. Milan Skriniar. Rashford. Always got to check out a Barcelona B. Sort of fullback. Denzel Dumfries. There's a lot of players out of contract here. Foyth was umming and ahhing about. £185 a week. Can't get over that. Kimpembe. Coutinho. Donny van de Beek. I think I'm going to stick a bid in on this guy purely because he was very, very interested. I'll give you 10 million quid. You feel as though you can get more? Okay, let's go 12.5. I assume Zaniolo has got a new contract. No, it's Wendell Correa. What's happened there? On Zaniolo. Yeah, he's just signed a new 1-year deal. There's no way he'd have been interested in us. Koopmeiners looks good. He doesn't look very good at all. Let's just see what happens. Atlanta want him loaned back. I'm happy to do that. In all fairness. Oof. Need to adjust our budget here. I've tried to clearly sign too many players. Oh, whoops. There we go. Let's just do this and just see what he comes back with. About 45. Okay, I think he could be quite handy. That's probably going to spell the end of Wisdom Amy now. we're joint favourites with United here. He weren't interested in us anyway, so I'm quite scared of looking at that top part as well, by the way. I'm not willing to negotiate any type of deal for him, as a matter of fact. I just can't have that on there. Just, you want a new contract, we've got to get rid of that release clause. West Ham going for 101 million, there's nothing I can do about it. So Jota is going to Real Betis. I'm not too worried about that because I can also find, out of the three that I offered, that's the one that I couldn't care about. The other two are vital. Wow, what a good win that is. Has this centre half come in and really changed the game for us? One with two, and we are now starting to push on. Yeah, either of these centre halves would be a really big thing for us. I've got to say, when it comes to Santos, really disappointed. And there we go. Wendell Correa rejected a new contract from Barcelona. And to make things even worse, Gusto has gone to Manchester City. Absolutely gutting. We do have that young fullback as a possibility. We've got the centre half part sorted. It also looks like that. Oh, you are kidding. Absolutely kidding. There's no point even trying to offer him a contract. He ain't going to be interested. Oh, man. Are we going to have to start doing the rebuild again? £170 a week for Wendell Correa. Interesting to know what Gusto's going to be on. 170? Wow. What do I do? If Frazel goes, I'm pretty certain he's going to. He may not play another game for us. And there we go. Valdir Frazel has moved to West Ham United. He's got himself a big pay rise. He signed a 4-year deal. whilst we have made a lot of money on him, I'm absolutely devastated that he's gone. And now we need to really have a look at what we need to do going forward. Because we have just lost out. So we've got our fullback. We now need probably 2 attacking midfielders. And the problem is here, while stuff like that happens when you're actually recording, João Veloso would have been nice to have gone and done it the other way. And you've also got another one. See, what are West Ham doing here then? They brought him, and yet they've already got players that are bang on in that position. God, you want how much for him? I don't think so. I'm just intrigued. Adam Karabakh, Al Hilal. This is more about the fact that we need players now and not later. Florian Wirtz, I do rate him. Always rated him. This is a case of buying players for the now and not later. But he's wanted by Man City. He's best off as a shadow striker, is he? How's he been performing? Average rating's good. Let's have a look out on the left. Sancho's worth a bomb. This Velasco don't look too bad. He's just been signed, so he's not going to be interested. Chiesa, he did sign a new deal. Tobias Gluckson. I do like him. Is that a lot of money for him though? They feel as though they can get more. Well, let's try 60 million quid for you. Let's try that. Let's see where we go. Just to start off. Not gonna lie, I am absolutely devastated. Like the Edison, the Edison. I can't think of his name now. Hendrick. That one, that hurt in results of goals. This one, I found him. I scouted him. I got him for 20 million quid. It was a great piece of business. Yes, I've made 5 times the money on him. That one hurts. That one's a real kick in the nuts, to be honest. It's pretty devastating to see that happen. think what I'm going to do... God, really? You're going to negotiate that, are you? How about 50 games? We give you 6 million. I'll tell you what, remove this and we'll give you installments. We'll meet you halfway on it. Give you 6 million quid. I feel as though you've done quite well to rob me there a little bit. Oh. Just cannot win. This is the one guy I am literally going to go in for though, because I considered him. He can play in that number 10 role. Not as good. He was someone that I was looking at last episode for a bit, and in between, slightly interested. You can be a star player. Minimum fee yet again. Trying their luck. 85 million on it yet again. It makes more money for me, but it's still not the point. Shame he weren't interested. I'll skip the draw. Got Cardiff City up next. So, in thinking about it, Wanner could go in the 10. Roberto could go on the right. Still leaving a hole on that left-hand side, though. And we have got ourselves a new fullback in Armando Rodriguez. He wasn't interested last season when I had a look, so that was nice. We've also got Paulo Roberto. That could go through quite quick, to be fair, which would be nice. So realistically speaking, we are 10 points off European places. Not thinking we can get there this year. So Igor, there's been a bid for him, £25 million. We brought him for 9. He hasn't really done anything for us. He's worth 25. It's non-negotiable. Go ahead. But the one thing I need to do is I actually do need to be signing players. Because I have not actually got many players. Kiwor is going to stab rims. Gimenez is not happy. I wonder. No. Nunez. Don't think he'll be keen. Yeah, that's fine. Gusto, Bruno Fernandes, I would never, ever, ever sign. The man is hated in my household. There's not much to... A lot of the players are gone, in all fairness. Okay, so I'm going to offer you £13 million for him. No, I'm going to decide not to there. What about on transfer value? Nkunku, I don't think he would be keen yet. It's more about just trying to find players to boost your squad. But you got to be careful. Bentancur. I might see if he's interested. What's he on, 62 a week? I just can't offer him. It looks like he's going to fail on work permit anyway. Rafinha, is that V Rafinha? It is. I think I'm just going to have to go shopping at the end of this season. I think what I'm going to do is I will leave. I'll stop the episode on deadline day. Gives me an opportunity to try and find some players. Paulo Roberto is in. We still have £100 million to spend. And for me, that's going to be looking at a possible left winger. So, what we need to do now is we want to get off a contract because I'm not even worried about that. Paul Wanner, that's where I want you to stay. I want you as a natural attack. Oh, come on. This is mental. I'll do it the old school way then where it can't go wrong. It is an attacking midfielder that's an attack. I'm certain of it. Support. Trust me to do that. And then Paulo Roberto. Best role as an inverted winger, which is exactly what I wanted. Attack, surely. Yes. Okay, Fulham away. Roberto straight into the side. Looks like he could make a bit of a difference here. defensively, everything looks good apart from Amy, who's 2.5 still. 2-0, Paolo Roberto on his debut. Fair play, sir. Now perfected his ability to play in his new position. Well, this episode, if you look from where we started, has been lots of wins. We've only not won 3 times. I'm not going to lie, this Santos, he's left a lot to be desired this season. Kind of feel maybe Igor is out the door now. We're certainly making money on some players. I may have to promote some youth development players. Inter have come in for Santos. Let me view the offer. It would have to be straight cash for me. If they offered straight cash, I think I would certainly consider. I think if it was around 80-90 million pounds, I think I'd snap it up. But I definitely need to be making some signings ready for next season. We've got 1 week. And we haven't got a lot in the squad, so development centre, we will promote 3 players who are ready. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of them, so it might be a case of I might have to actually look and buy now. These 2-star players are not going to cut it for me, unfortunately. We're favourites against Liverpool here. Kind of feel as though we've turned a bit of a corner. It's certainly looking better. Out of 3 stars right the way throughout the team. Just Amy. – 3-0. It's convincing. We are flying up this table now. It's really good to see. It's no problem in regards to relegation now, where I was coincided to possibly being a wasted season. Certainly getting our man in from Chelsea has been fantastic. And the weird thing to see here is that Wisdom Amy is our top player. I may have to fall off that. Morgan Rogers is worth 27 and give us 21 up front. I don't think he'll leave, to be honest, and that's absolutely fine if he doesn't. Inter have come back in for Santos, and look at the amount here. Bentancur, we are going to cancel that transfer, which is fine. This here, alright, I'm going to reject this one, see if they come back for a third time. If they can get into close to 100 million, oh, don't get me wrong, he's a solid player, but I feel as though I might be able to get 3 figures for him. He started off like a house on fire with us, obviously, and went a bit horribly wrong there after that. Right, away at Bournemouth. A win here sees us going to 8th, if that happens. Can we make it happen? We can. Wana and Santos. And magically, practically 2/3 through this season, we are back to where we was last season, which is phenomenal. We've given ourselves every chance. We've got some tough games to come, please don't get me wrong. But we have opportunities. And now we are here on the transfer window. And when it comes to this, today, on this day, I am going to take part. Because it now gives me more time. Santos to Inter, we've been linked to Ruslan Litvinov, who's at Hertha. We will have a much better look later on down the line. Yeah, we'll have a look. Santos is obviously in high demand as well. So let's call it a day there. Very, very good episode in regards to how the team is performing. We seem to be playing better without Frazao at the moment, which is quite scary. But so far we are back to where we're at, and we've got a healthy bank balance to play with on this last day of the transfer window. So please give us a like, please subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you for the transfer deadline day and the rest of the season in the next episode. Have a good one. Take care.